This is a demonstration for a tool to conduct virtual interviews online. The user would see a text capture portion right here. They simply speak in response to the prompts, which are provided as questions here. The text will appear as they speak. That text, once converted, will go to a server which conducts advanced analytics with results that appear here. So the first prompt is, tell me about yourself. They click Start Recognition. This will be an example of a good candidate for a fast food restaurant. My name is Gerald Hughes. I'm applying for the position of assistant manager at McDonald's. I have a high school diploma from Frankfurt High School, which I earned in 2022. Since graduating, I've worked retail in several positions. I held part-time jobs for Dairy Queen and for Burger King. I currently work full-time in retail sales for an auto parts store in Frankfort, Kentucky. I am attending college part-time at Kentucky Community College, currently pursuing an associate's degree in business. But in the long run, I intend to complete a bachelor's degree and an MBA. I'm looking for a job with additional responsibilities so that I can apply the skills I'm learning in my business courses. Notice that this could be a partial response and they could keep adding to the text. Otherwise, if they think they're done responding to that question, they click Done. So for the next question, what kind of experience do you have for this job? They click Start and they begin answering. In high school, I was a member and officer of several different student organizations and clubs. For example, in my senior year, I was president of the Future Business Students Club. I led us in several fundraising activities and took our team to a competition in Lexington where we won a second place trophy. In my current position at the auto parts store, I am a team leader. Our work involves finding, costing, and shipping rare parts for customers looking for difficult to find parts for the vehicles. I was made team leader after just 3 months on the job, and we have improved our performance in each quarter. You can see from my reference documents that my supervisors at the auto parts store are very happy with my work. I believe that I would be well suited to a leadership position at McDonald's. And now they're done with the second question. They click Done. And the third question is, why should we hire you? You should hire me because I am an enthusiastic, reliable, and punctual employee. I'm conscientious about my work and detail-oriented. I learn quickly, and I apply the rules and skills required for each job that I undertake. I have a good reputation both with my fellow employees and with my supervisors for the jobs that I've worked. I'm also ambitious and looking forward to the chance to provide a good customer experience for the people who come into the restaurant. I understand what good service means, and I have experience in creating good outcomes for the customers. I believe that if I'm hired, I will be able to contribute good value in terms of effective customer service, efficiency, and profitability for the company. Now, that's the last of 3 questions for this demo. So when they click Done, at this point, the demo switches over to something that the HR hiring committee or personnel would see. They would analyze the text, and that took place at the server. And we have several dimensions of results that we're looking at here. The service orientation reports how many times they use terms that describe aspects of good customer service. So these turned up in a good proportion. They have attitude terms, and again, these are all the text pieces, and these are all based on lexicons which are associated with this type of reporting when somebody's in an interview. When they talk about their teams, when they talk about leadership, when they talk about the performance, in this case we mean the performance of the company, for example, mentioning profitability, effectiveness and efficiency. Those are things which are about the performance of the company itself, not just the candidate. Engagement is related to how much information is being provided in their answer. If someone was had low engagement in the interview, they would provide 1 or 2 sentence responses to these prompts. But this person had a relatively good amount of things to say in response. So they're prepared, they're putting forth their best responses as well as they can, and so they had relatively good engagement. All of these aspects here have their scores, and you can weight the scores according to how much each one is important to you. Notice this one has more focus on leadership because there is a position for assistant manager. And so these add up to 100%, and the outcomes here are weighted and then summed to provide a number that gives you a threshold, which you can also set. How good do they have to be in order to get a good outcome, thumbs up? There's also a way you can go and see the entire text. This is everything I said out loud just now is available in the full text. You can configure the prompt questions that you want. If you had 50, it would just keep going until it ran out. It would keep collecting all of that text, and each one is going to run through the same possibilities to start, stop, start again, and then be done with that particular prompt. So whatever questions you have, which might be different for different types of jobs, you can use the questions that are most appropriate for your company. You can set the weights that are most appropriate for your company. You can set the threshold of the score that results from those outcomes and weights to decide whether that's a thumbs up or thumbs down to proceed to the next stage. If you have other aspects of the job that you want captured, then we would talk to your company about what aspects of that particular job do you want to know about, and what do your HR people say about the results of interviews they've done where people had maybe other dimensions that you want to capture. How do people talk when they're doing well? How do they talk when they're not such good candidates? And you get a customized model that fits your own industry and your own company even best.